Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you 10 tips and tricks that only pros know in Roblox Rivals. Let's go. Alright guys, so tip number 1 is when you're in a fight, in a 1v1, 5v5, it doesn't matter. Make sure you try your best to always be moving, because if you're doing that, it's going to make the enemy have a much harder time to hit and kill you, especially if they are using a sniper, because guess what guys, that is a one-shot headshot, and if you're not moving, trust me, I'm really good with the sniper. It is very easy to hit targets that are not moving. But I remember playing some matches when people were like on the trampoline, jumping up and down, stuff like that, you know, moving left to right, kind of like I'm doing right now, as you can see here against this guy. He's having a little bit of a hard time to, you know, hit me here, so that's making my life a little bit easier, and I'm able to take him out. But anyways guys, just make sure you do that, and let's get on to tip number 2. Alright guys, so tip number 2 is having the right loadout for yourself. Now listen, you know yourself better than I know you, but personally for me, I am only good with guns in this game, such as things like the sniper, the paintball gun, and just the regular AR. Things like the bow, the burst rifle, RPG, shotgun, stuff like that, even the flamethrower, grenade, and minigun, I'm just not good with those. So unless I just, you know, playing the game to have fun, I'll use them. But if I'm not and I'm trying to win, then I use the things that I'm good with. And that's what you should do too. So that goes for your, you know, primary weapon, your secondary weapon. For me, usually I'm only good with something like an Uzi, revolver, or handgun. Preferably, honestly, I like the handgun a lot. I really do. And then when it comes to melee, this one gets a little interesting. I do like the fist because with that, you're allowed to double jump. I love that. Katana is great for, you know, reflecting shots, and that's about it. Honestly, scythe is okay too for like boosting quick. If you're really good with movement, you're gonna want to use that. As for utility, the medkit's the best. You could do quick heals, long heals, but healing yourself is very important in a battle, so it saved me many times. But other than that, you could use like a grenade, stuff like that, flashbang. That does mess with people, but still, medkit's very good and very important for you. But yeah, guys, use the things though in your loadout that's gonna actually help you win more matches. Don't just use cool stuff like this little shovel type thingy here. Don't use that. It's gonna get you killed, and there's no point. People are just gonna walk around the walls and stuff like the exo gun. It looks cool, but it's not that good. So big tip right there. All right, let's get on to number 3 though. Number 3 has to do with keeping your streak, or at least trying to win more matches. So for example here, I believe if we are in here and I see a guy that like queues up with me, let's just say this guy right here, 58. If you don't want to like lose, just get out of there, guys. Like that guy's a level 58. Now, I'll take him on, you know, I don't really care. But like, you know, you want to gotta like kind of like, you know, fight people that are lower level than you. Like this 29 guy here, it's not a freebie. I'm not guaranteed to win, but it's a good sign that he's lower level than me. But however, one thing that's different in this situation is he has a flame of 3. That means he won 3 games in a row. You might not want to fight a person with a flame. You might only want to fight, like, see this level 19 guy right here? Lower level, plus he has no win streak. The same thing with this level 11 guy here. No win streak and level 11. So right then and there, I should beat that guy every time, right? If I don't, then maybe he's cheating, which he's not. I don't think people even cheat in this game. But, you know, like, you just kind of assume that, like, they're not on a win streak, they're lower level, they're probably new to the game, they probably don't know how to play. They might even be on mobile or something like that, which makes it pretty darn hard. Now, I know there's good mobile players out there, but still, like, most mobile players are probably not that good. I know there's good ones out there. Trust me, I got beaten by one. He is insane. But not everyone on mobile is going to be absolutely insane. Some of them don't even know how to walk straight. But anyways, just pick the fights that you know you're going to win if you're trying to be a good, you know, player, or at least get like a high streak, something like that. That's going to help you out a lot in the long run. Like this level 77 guy here, that's a little scary. However, he is on mobile, and you can actually tell if people are on mobile or PC by just looking at their thing here, like next to my name, little, you know, monitor there, and this guy's got a phone next to his name. So that's something that we'll just combine into level 3 too, or tip number 3. But let's get on to tip number 4, guys. Tip number 4 has to do with the shooting range, guys, because in here, you should always be practicing your aim. Now, let's be honest. Not all of us are going to hit every shot in this game. I can't even do that, guys. But if you want to get better and hit more shots, this is the place to do it. Because you got these little floating things in the sky. You can just come in here and quickly practice hitting these things. And by doing that, it's really going to help with your accuracy. Trust me, guys. I've been in here, you know, I try to do this like at least a little bit like every day, like right before I get on and play my first couple of matches. I come in here, just shoot around a little bit. And that way, when I actually get into the match, I'm warmed up and I'm ready to actually hit my targets. Otherwise, I'm going to be shooting like this all over the place, so that's what you guys do. But if you want to be aiming and hitting every shot, then you got to come in here, and you really got to practice hitting these little targets. Now, another thing you could do too is just test out like whatever, like, everything does in here. And that's another good thing to do in the shooting range. Like, you could test out the different abilities that you have, the different things that, like, certain weapons do. This way, like, when you're playing your opponent, you kind of know what they have and what's going to happen to you if you get hit by it or something like that. It's just not a bad idea to come into the shooting range and practice your aim and practice, and just learn like what the abilities in the game do. And well, not necessarily abilities, but the abilities of the weapons and melee stuff, everything like that. So it's definitely going to help you out by coming into the shooting range. That's why it's in the game. It's for you to get better. So make sure you try it out and practice. Number 5 has to do with getting keys, guys. Plenty of different ways in this game to get keys. You can click on the top of your screen and buy some with Robux. Now, I don't recommend doing that because there's quests, there's gifting. You can ask a rich friend to gift you some skins or, keys or whatever the heck you want. You also got, some really good deals in here, such as the bundles, like starter bundle, medkit bundle. This is, a good way to get some keys if you are going to spend Robux, because then you get the weapons, plus some keys, plus some other stuff. So definitely a good way to go about that. You definitely would love, 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 love to get the standard weapon bundle, because this gives you so much, like, stuff. Like, it's really worth it, this one. But the other ones are really good, too. Obviously, my favorite being the classic bundle here with the paintball gun. I love that one. It's my favorite weapon in the game, but there's other good stuff like that. And then outside of that, guys, of course, you could do some other things. I think there's a way to enter codes. I don't know if it's in here or not, but make sure you have this receive gifts on, though, so that way you actually could get those. But outside of that, guys, like I said, there's rewards, too. If you just invite your friends to play, favorite the game, notifications, all this stuff, guys, you could get some, free things. So it's definitely worth to enter. Oh, here, this is where you also enter the codes and the rewards. So there you guys go. Make sure you're doing all these different things because, like I said, it's going to help you get keys. And on top of that, keys are going to get you new weapons. And another thing you could do is complete your daily tasks on the left side of your screen. For me right here, I have to play one more like duel to get another free key. So I could do that. I probably will. Just not yet. Maybe after I finish filming this video. But regardless, guys, that's pretty much the best ways to get some keys right there. I'm sure there's some other ones, but even like this free thing right here, you can do this probably every day. I'm assuming free rewards like PTD or Pet Sim, something like that, I'm assuming. But yeah, there's lots of ways to get keys, guys. Just make sure you are always taking advantage of that. So that way, you can save up and get yourself some cool new guns. But anyways, guys, let's get on to tip number 6. Tip number 6 is that you guys should hit that like button and subscribe to this channel because I'm going to be covering this game, probably in some other games, but for the foreseeable future, as I really like this game a lot, and I think it's got a really, really good potential, and I want to show you guys all the stuff I know, the best tips, tricks. We'll stream this game, maybe do some giveaways, stuff like that. So if that sounds good to you, then this is going to be the channel for you guys. So don't forget, hit that subscribe button, and let's get on to tip number 7. Tip number 7 is something to do with winning and kind of just knowing yourself, but play the mode that's going to benefit you the most, especially if you're trying to get better and win the games and, like, build a streak for yourself. Now, if you're a confident player and you win gunfights a lot, then solos are going to be for you. Now, if you are, a little rusty at aiming and just not that good yet, play games where you have teammates, such as 5v5 mode, even this 2v2v2 mode. That way, I'm not saying always just try to get carried because that's not a good way to improve the game, but at least if you have a teammate or you're just, have like a really good friend that you like to play with a lot and, you kind of like have each other's back with it and, your chemistries very well, then those are going to be the game modes for you because you're just going to be able to play together and, help each other get kills. You don't only have to rely on yourself and, more kills is going to be more wins and you just getting better and better at the game. And that's the whole point of this, guys, to get better, to win more, and to build your streak up a lot higher. That's what these tips and tricks are for, guys. So always play the game mode that's going to suit you the best. For me, I prefer 1v1s, but outside of that, if I'm streaming, I do 5v5, so that way we can play with a lot of people. But in 5v5s, then I have to end up, like, sometimes carrying, like, the whole entire team, and I have to get, like, 20 kills to even have a chance because a lot of the good players like to get onto the other team and then try to stack up on me, and then some of the other guys join me. It just turns into a mess, but it's fun either way. Anyways, though, let's get on to tip number 8. Tip number 8 is to always vote for the map that you know best. Now, I know you're not always going to get it, but me personally, I like and know the arena the best. Like, I love this map. It's just so simple and I feel like easy to navigate that I like to play here the most. I don't know why, but this is the map I like. Honestly, I think it was the first map I played, and sometimes in games like, I know Call of Duty Zombies, like the first zombie map I ever played was like the original, and I still like this one to that day. So, the same thing with this game. First map I played, so it's probably why I like this map a lot. But anyways, make sure you're always playing the map you know most and know best, so that way you have a higher chance of winning, my friends. And by doing that, once again, that's going to add to your streak, that's going to add to your wins, and at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do here, guys. So let's go ahead and end up beating this guy, but then we're going to get on to tip number 9 here. Oh, look at this. He quit. He just left the game. He just totally DC'd, so that's kind of funny. But bang, there we go. That's a win, guys. Tip number 9 is to make sure your settings are set up for you. So go down the bottom right and go in here. And in here, guys, I recommend turning your volume up a little bit. This is going to help you hear footsteps a little bit easier. So that's always a good thing. For your music volume, turn that off. That's just going to get in the way of you and be annoying. For shadows, disable them. It reduces lag. Obviously, that's going to help you. Disable textures. That could help with lag. Disable wraps. This is obviously going to help with the lag. So, all these things like this are going to help you out a lot. So there's lots of different ones in here that could, potentially help you guys out a little bit. So not everything you want to turn off and on, but, stuff like that. Not available for mouse and keyboard. I was going to say aim assist. That's kind of crazy. But if you're on controller, you do get a little aim assist. So that's really nice, guys. But camera sensitivity, that's kind of like how fast you turn around, stuff like that. FOV, if you turn this all the way up, you're going to be able to see more. So I recommend you do that. I always do that in Call of Duty. I should have had that up, originally. I didn't even know that was a thing, but that's why we're talking about this, guys. So come on in here. You can hide your HUD. That's just going to get rid of all the stuff on the screen, so it makes you easier to see. Signals, weapons, stuff like this. Teammate icons, just hide stuff. That way, you can see kind of like more of the enemy, more of the map, stuff like that. I actually really like to have damage numbers on. That helps me know how much health the enemies will have left. So that means, if I hit him for 90, then I know I only have to hit him a couple more times and he'll be dead. But regardless, guys, this is very good. What is this? Useful for making thumbnails. Weapons background. I don't even know what that is. Green screen? I actually have no clue for the weapons backgrounds. That could be pretty interesting. Oh, like this. Useful for making... Oh, okay, I gotcha. Well, that's pretty cool, actually. If you're a YouTuber, well, there you go. That's another little pro tip and trick right there. So pretty neat, guys. Pretty neat. Anyways, though, let's get on to the final tip of this video. So for that number 9 one, though, just make sure you get your settings correct. That way you're going to be playing better. As you can see, my FOV is kind of wild now, but it's really good to have it like this because it's going to make your life a little bit easier. Trust me, guys. But anyways, let's get on to tip number 10. My last tip here, guys, is to practice some of the most OP movement in the game. So how do you do this? Well, you got to select a gun. Doesn't matter what you select. Same thing for your next weapon here. Doesn't really matter. But when it comes to your fist, or melee weapon here, this is where things matter a little bit more. So to get a little bit of extra movement in this game, there's basically 3 different things you could do, or 4 maybe potentially. So the scythe is a really interesting one. Let me show you kind of how this works. So if you have a scythe in your hand, and this is really a good one, and I recommend you guys probably use this one. But like, especially if you have like a sniper or something, but you want to move real quick or you want to dodge an enemy, you just look up or look away or look wherever you want to go, and then right click. And by doing this, you move quick. As you can see, it's like a little dash. So to do something that's like good parkour, as you can see like that, you can really move around the map pretty effectively. And that's, crucial. Kind of like tip 1, but this is like some of the pro or, more pro type movement that you guys are going to want to, do. And especially if you're playing this map, you could ride those little like zip lines up there. So that's really good. But there's other stuff that you guys could try out, such as this little shovel type thingy here. If you use this, you could actually kind of like put these walls up and then like, bounce off the walls and just, help yourself with parkour and stuff like that. It's not my favorite thing, but it is an option if you do have it unlocked. Now, of course, there are other ones. I don't have to really go too in depth with that one or any of these other ones really, but let's just go ahead and select fist. This one I actually like a lot. So this is the default one. This allows you guys to double jump. So like this, and then you just go like that. How nice is that, guys? Double jumping is seriously amazing because like you want to land there. You don't want to go here. You want to come over here. Look at that double jump. I go so far, and you get pretty good height with it. So like, look at this double jump, and boom. Like I could go wherever the heck I want. Like it's such good movement. So that's something I definitely recommend you try out if you don't, usually use the fist. It actually is kind of good. Then the last one you got is the chainsaw. This one, I don't really like this one too much, but if you're playing the back rooms, this is a good one to just right click down and you run really quick. So you can get through those rooms quick, get to the action and get a quick RPG shot off or something like that. If you're, that type of guy. Sometimes I do that in my streams, but sorry for the people that have to deal with that. Anyways, it's a good idea. It works quite a lot. So as you can see, move kind of quick. You're like Bubba from Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Dead by Daylight, if you guys know what I'm talking about. He's crazy. But anyways, yeah, you got to practice your good and like quick movement. That's going to help you, number 1, just like tip number 1, not get shot. Number 2, It's going to help you mess with the enemy and then for you to get easier angles. And number 3, it could also help you escape like certain situations. Like if you're getting chased down and, you're trying to hide from the enemies. Because let's just throw this in as like a tip number 11. When you're playing matches, guys, and then you're playing like 5v5s, and say that's like you versus 4 people left alive, right? You don't have to kill all 4 people. If you're insane, go for it. But if you're not insane, guess what, guys? Just hide or run the heck away, and you will hide the round and not take a, loss of a point there. So just make sure you know that. And with these 11 tips, I guess we'll say here, you guys are going to be one step closer to becoming a pro at this game. So if this video helped you out a lot, hit that like button and subscribe to help me out. We're on the road to 600,000 subs. We're going to try to hit that goal by the end of the year. So it'll really help me out a lot if you guys share this with a friend. Hit that subscribe button yourself. Tell your mom, tell your sister, tell everyone you know to subscribe. We're going to get there together. Let's get to 600K by 2025. All right, guys, with that being said, I will see you in the next video. Adios.